Hi, welcome to the video for the Ecce Romani story in chapter 27 entitled A Visit to the Races. It's a fun-filled, exciting tale of the family's visit to the Circus Maximus and watching the race there. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so we're going to start on page 250, but before we do start, I want you to read the English introduction at the beginning of page 249. This is the beginning of the chapter. So you can pause the video and do that now. And then just to recap what happens prior to the start, Marcus and Sextus are talking about how excited they are to go to the races, but they got to wait for Cornelia to wake up. And then she does, and then they begin walking to the Circus Maximus. And at line 17, which is at the top of 250, is where we'll start. So I'm going to start with lines 17 through 20. Please follow along on page 250. Cornelia. Quam ingens est turba hominum, totus circus est plenus spectatorum. Eucleides. Ita vero, semper multi spectatores in circo sunt. Hic concedemus. Marcus. Minime, prope curriculum sedere necesse est, quod ibi omnia videre poterimus. So the vocabulary that I'd like you to look at there is to give me hominum, the case and number. It's case and number, as well as, let's see, sedere. What form of the verb is that? So you should have two spaces to write those, verb form of sedere and the case and number of hominum. So a translation of those lines. Cornelia, how huge is the crowd of people? The whole circus, totus circus, est full plenus of spectators, spectatorum. Eucleides. Yes, there are always many spectators in the circus. Shall we sit here? Marcus. No. Near the racetrack, it is necessary to sit near the racetrack because there we will be able, poterimus, to see, videre, everything, omnia. So that's the first 3 lines of dialogue there. Moving on to lines 21 through 25. Eucleides. At prope curriculum sedere periculosum est, pater vester multa de periculo dixit. Marcus. Nihil periculi est, nam Titus, Petrus meus, cum amicis prope curriculum sedere solet. Sextus. Ecce, Caesar ipse iam surrexit, signum dare perat, ego rusatis favebo. So the vocabulary that I'd like you to look at here is the word curriculum as it appears in line 23. Give me the case of that. So we're looking for the case of curriculum. Pause the video if you need to do that. Here's your translation. So they were saying we should sit up front, and Eucleides was saying it's dangerous to sit near the racetrack, prope curriculum. Your father, he said, dixit, many things, multa, about danger, de periculo. Nothing is dangerous, says Marcus. For Titus, my uncle, with friends, he often, solet, sits sedere near the racetrack, prope curriculum. And then Sextus says, look, Ecce, Caesar, he's now got up himself, surrexit ipse, and he is preparing, perat, to give, dare, the signal for the race to begin, signum. I will favor the reds. So if you read the introduction here, there are the different teams, the reds, the whites, the greens, and we'll see that each of the children favors a different one, starting in line 26. So Marcus, ego albatis, Cornelia, ego venetis, Marcus, ecce, mappa, signum est, Cornelia, quam ferociter equos verberunt iliargurae, quam celeriter equos agunt, quam temerari sunt, nonne mortem tement. So the words that I want you to look at the color words. So going back to line 25, we have rusatis, and then we have albatis, and then we have venetis as well. So what case and number are those? So we're looking at case and number. Excuse the dog if you can hear that barking. So Caesar was ready to give the signal, and Sextus said, I will favor the reds. Marcus said, I, the whites, and Cornelia said, I, the greens. Then Marcus says, look, the flag, the mappa, it's the signal, signum est. And then Cornelia, in her worried way, says how fiercely those charioteers, arigai, ili arigai, notice that ariga is a masculine first declension noun, so it's ili arigai. Those charioteers, they are beating their horses. Look how fiercely they're doing it. How quickly the horses, they're going, they're driving. How reckless they are. Surely they are afraid, tement, surely they fear death, tement, mortem, or do they not fear death? Would be really the better translation there. So, there you have it. Cornelia's worried. Moving on. So now, lines 31 through 35. Sextus. Ecce, rusatus meus certe victor eret, nam equos magna arte agit. Marcus. O me miserum, ariga meus equos divertit, cave metam, esne semisomnus fatue, cur metam non vitavisti. Cornelia. Ehu, ille ariga cicedit, humi jacet, esne mortus. Sextus. Minime, ecce, animum recuperavit, jam surgit. So the vocab that I want you to look at is just identify that one demonstrative that Cornelia utters in line 34. Ille, what is it agreeing with? What's its gender, number, and case? So a translation of this, Sextus says, look, my red will certainly be the winner, Victor erit, for he drives, agit, the horses, equos, with great skill, magna arte. Marcus says, oh, miserable me, oh, poor me, my charioteer, Ariga Meus, he turned aside the horses. Watch out for the post. Watch out for the post. Are you half asleep, stupid? Why do you not avoid the turning post, the metom? Or why did you not avoid is perfect tense, witawisti. Then Cornelia says, oh, hey, that charioteer, Ille Auriga, he fell, Kakadit. He's lying on the ground, Humiyakit. Is he dead? And then Sextus replies, no, look, he woke up. He's gotten up now. So now we're going to go on to the final lines that we're going to read. So we're on lines 36 through 40. We'll finish up here. Cornelia says, Audius tisne clamores orum spectatorum, magna voce nomina aurigarum et equorum semper clamant, undique ingens strepitus, tantum strepitum ego numquam audivi. Marcus, rusati vicerunt, sed mox etiam albati vicent. Gloria albatorum erit immortalis. So I want you to look at a couple of words here. The first is the demonstrative aurum. Give me gender, number, and case, and what it agrees with. And then these two verbs uttered by Marcus in line 39, vicerunt, and vincent. So I want for both of them tense. Yes. So a translation. Cornelia says, do you hear the shouting of those spectators? Of these spectators. Aurum. In a loud voice, they are shouting the names of the charioteers and the horses. From all sides, undique, the noise is huge. Ingens est strepitus. Such a noise, tantum strepitum, I have never numquam heard, audivi. Then Marcus says, the whites, they have won. The reds, they have won. Rusati vicerunt. But soon also the whites will win. The glory of the whites will be everlasting. And that concludes the portion of the story that we'll read. It goes on to the evening when they do not catch the next race of the day, but they instead leave because they need to get home before dark. So take a look over all those words that you parsed real quick, and check them over with a friend. Rewatch any portion of the video that you find necessary, and have a wonderful afternoon.